Silver Surfer 38. Fantastic issue.
Not a bad one.
Starts off with Thanos arriving on Nebula's ship.
Yes. Teleports himself right onto the bridge.
And immediately has a very uncomfortable one-on-one with someone who is claiming to be their granddaughter. Lights are on fire.
Yep.
Straight up lights are on fire and kills...
Who does he light on fire?
Nebula.
That's right.
And kills Mr. Guitar.
Yes.
The body...
That is the name of her, like, big bodyguard security dude.
Guitar or guitar?
Guitar. We've been calling him Guitar, but that sounds really lame.
But regardless, he kills him.
He wastes the guy.
Wastes the guy. And has a little bit of a one-on-one discussion, a good heart-to-heart with Death. Yeah.
She shows up and, like, teleports them to her castle place that we saw a few issues ago.
That's right.
And she, like, starts to chew him out. Like, what are you doing?
And he's just like, baby, it's okay.
I got this.
I got you. I know you're worried. I know that there are some things that you're expecting me to do, and they're not getting done. You think they're not getting done, but they're getting done. I'm taking care of things. I'm going to take care of you, babe. It's going to be okay. Papa's got you.
Just be patient.
Just be patient for me. And then we move on. Because there's an epic battle. Silver Surfer versus Thanos for the first time in this issue. In this saga, they actually have a brawl.
Yep. So he shows up, blasts Thanos. Thanos, like, explodes.
Yeah.
Which is a little scary. And then you see his skeleton there on the ground.
Silver Surfer's like, oh gosh, I killed him.
I killed the guy. That's cool.
Yeah, that
Killing
was
people's
easy.
fun.
Yeah. Takes him.
Back to his home planet, tries to bury him.
Tries to bury him and let everyone know that, I took care of Thanos. All this
Done
problem.
Deal. Yep,
Done deal.
Cool, we're done.
Just
Infinity
kidding.
Gauntlet's over. Oh, no, right,
Just kidding, because Thanos, switched him out. Put a doppelganger in.
Doppelganger.
Silver Surfer thinks he killed Thanos. He's going to go tell everyone he killed Thanos, but in reality, Thanos is just laughing. One step ahead.
Yep, as always.
Boom.
At least one step.
And that's the issue. So let's check the Bible. Let's go to the Bible.
This Bible right in front of me?
Yeah, the Overstreet Price Guide. Let's do it. Silver Surfer 38. What's going on with Silver Surfer number 38 as of the 2018 47th edition of the Overstreet Price Guide?
Correct. Silver Surfer 38. Battles Thanos. Nebula appearance. Then it says the Thanos story continues in Thanos Quest, which we are very much looking forward to.
Well, that's coming up.
It is. That's coming up very soon.
Tell me that 9.2 price.
9.2 near mint. Silver Surfer 38 goes for $10.
$10. Now, this is about a year ago, so we can assume now that we would have higher prices perking up, and we sure do. We sure do, because we're seeing raw issues of this book at VF to near mint going for right around $25 to $30.
Quite a jump.
It is a jump. That's almost, I would say on average, double, if not more, for a very fine near mint of this issue. So apparently Infinity Gauntlet is causing a spike in this market for this particular run, which is no surprise.
Thanos is hot right now.
That's correct.
All the time, really.
Yeah, and we have a recent CGC sale of right around $60 for this book, rated at 9.8. So, considering, and that's considering shipping and all the above. So, this book is definitely creeping up, along with others that are surrounding it. And, as far as like notable things, we have Thanos, the first Silver Surfer Thanos battle.
Yes.
That actually happens. Technically, we actually see them
It's
trade
still
blows.
extremely one-sided.
Oh, as always.
Yeah.
And then another notable thing is that this is actually the first appearance of Nebula into the Infinity Gauntlet saga.
Yeah,
When was her last appearance?
She was in Avengers 318. It gives you one of those nice little sidebars at the bottom that tells you.
That's right.
Editor's note. Those are
That's
always
right.
helpful.
So we haven't seen her since Avengers 318.
And I
which
didn't read that.
And I know that cover. She's on the cover. It's a classic book. And that is also spiking a little bit.
Weird. Yeah, it makes sense.
But other than that, it's a really good issue.
I liked it.
Yeah?
More than some of the others we've read.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
You had a really funny point that you messaged me this morning. You're like, hey, I have a question about this. And
it was weird. There's so you got this whole first half with Thanos and Death and Nebula and all that. And then
Silver Surfer's not even in it.
It cuts to Silver Surfer about halfway through, at the halfway mark. And he appears to be just interrogating this group of what looks like construction workers. They got like stubbly, little beard thing going on. They're all wearing white tank tops. And he's like, you guys seen Thanos anywhere? You heard of this Thanos guy? And they're like, oh, I thought he was dead. We know that guy. And it's like, nope, he's not dead. If you see him, let me know. And then he just flies away.
And then he leaves.
So he's at the lowest point. He's got like
what's
no
his
options
plan?
left. He's just going planet to
He
planet.
just went and visited Thanos' father.
Yes.
He's like, hey, any ideas where I can find this guy?
Not really, right? He didn't tell, he just kind of told him his backstory.
Not before Drax showed up and kind of ruined the day.
Yeah, thanks
so what's his plan now? To just go random planets
pick
and
a planet.
asking.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
He's like, okay, hold on. Closes his eyes. That one.
And then he just goes and finds one group of like 4 dudes. And they're like, nope, we haven't seen him.
Have you seen Thanos at all?
Nope.
No, but if you do, let us know because that guy is bad.
He's back and he's bad. So,
That's a pretty funny thing. Like, he's got nothing.
He's, hopeless.
Fortunately, Thanos just pops up and is like, hey, I summon you.
I'm at this planet. Come meet me. It's like,
That's right.
Thank goodness. Because otherwise, apparently Silver Surfer knew that planet and he was talking about too.
Oh, he's like, oh, I know exactly where you are. I'll be right there. Like,
should have looked there first.
Give me 5 minutes. I know. Why wouldn't you check there? But regardless, I digress.
Whatever.
What was also really funny. This is a part that I really enjoyed about this issue, and one that it took me reading a couple times. This is what I like about being able to dive into comics so deeply, because sometimes one panel you can get lost in.
Definitely.
And it can make the whole comic worth the read, worth buying, worth slabbing, worth putting on the wall, worth putting in a short box that you only pull out when your friends come over and you want to show them some cool panel. And in this book, we have there's a key moment in the beginning and then a key moment at the end that happens. The key moment in the beginning is that Nebula gets lit on fire and her bodyguard gets killed by Thanos.
Yes.
Right? It's important. Immediately.
It doesn't seem important because they just gloss right over it. It's like
happens really quick.
The first 2 pages.
And we see this affect the end of this little story here because Thanos and Silver Surfer get into it. They get into a brawl. Silver Surfer thinks, okay, how can I outsmart Thanos here? He's always sitting on this throne. Yep. I'm going to try blowing up the throne. So he blows up the throne.
Solid plan. That's what teleports him around. That's
exactly. Good plan.
Good strategy.
So he blows up the throne. Blows up Thanos, at least appears to be.
Mm-hmm.
And it's smoke and there's just destruction everywhere. It's bad news, right? And then all of a sudden he's like, oh, I'm going to, he looks down. He has to travel. He goes through the smoke to see because he blasted him. Where's the body, right? And he has to travel. There's a panel where it shows Silver Surfer actually traveling to a different part of the location. And boom, there's a skeleton. There's Thanos. And Silver Surfer's like, oh, geez. I didn't mean to
kill the guy.
Whoops. Whoopsies. I didn't mean to cause another death. But if I killed him, then, at least I prevented half the universe from dying. But, hey, I did it. Oh, well.
Job's done.
Job's done. Well, turns out that wasn't Thanos. Who was that?
That was Guitar.
That was Guitar.
Our good old friend, Mr. Guitar from the first.
Oh my gosh.
Page.
And you know what? It's chilling.
If you look at it, he looks exactly like him. They're like structure-wise.
How does Thanos make him a doppelganger? Well, Jim Starlin makes sure to mention that he surgically altered Guitar's face.
I don't think he did it. I don't think Thanos is like a doctor.
No, he had it done.
Good. Yeah, that would be funny.
And surgically had it done. And now, the first thing that I thought of when reading this is that, okay, this is on a different planet.
Yeah.
Okay, so time, again, a day could have gone by in Silver Surfer's time, but this could be a week in the future. They're on different parts of the universe, different planets. So
they don't exactly specify how long it takes.
We don't know
at all.
We don't know if Guitar's been aware how long that this has been going on. But in one short read of this comic book, we have a character that gets taken down. You think he's dead. And then he wakes up, or depending on how long this took for this whole ordeal to happen, wakes up to the reader as Thanos. He looks like Thanos. Doesn't look like he's had any work done. So he's been healed. This has to have happened over a length of time where this person was mutilated and given a different face. His whole body was altered because they're different sizes.
They're not really. That's what I was pointing out at the beginning.
A little bit.
Structurally, they're built the same way. They're built big burly dudes.
Enough to fool Silver Surfer.
Skin
Thanos
tone is different though. Yeah,
everything. He had like jawbones.
Yeah,
in the
he's
shot.
got that weird chin.
So we're talking some Saw stuff here.
Some major work was done on this.
This is horror, like beyond horror. This guy I think what happened, because this is the time difference, is that this guy was taken under the knife and was surgically altered to look like Thanos over what had to have been a good amount of time.
Yes.
To alter this guy's face, to alter his body, to make him a different color, and to add parts to his body.
Crazy.
It's crazy. And this all happens in one panel, and you can just gloss over that.
Yeah, I did.
Right?
I usually do when I read them the first couple times. It's fast.
But you just kind of stop and think about it, and you're like, oh, gosh, this guy's not just sick. He's demented. He's sadistic.
He's thinking so far in ahead.
Oh, yeah. All right. So that ends our issue. That ends our issue, and we have now a Silver Surfer who thinks that everything's good. He kills Thanos, and he's going to go tell other people he killed Thanos even though he didn't. And then we have Thanos, who's going to go off and do something, which after reading what
that's
happened
what's
Overstreet,
exciting.
sounds like we're going to be going on to the Infinity.
He's going right into Thanos' quest. That's
Thanos
when
quest.
he's questing for the Infinity Stones, Infinity Gems. And
Exactly.
they call them different things in the movies and the comics. I don't never remember which one's which, but we all know what we're talking about. The stones, the Infinity things.
The gems.
Yes.
The
I think
whatever.
they're gems in the comics. They're stones in the movies.
All right. So if you were to grade this comic
My
on
own
the
personal.
scale, your own personal grade
Out of 10.
out of 10.
Out of 10.
Out of that, it's we're talking 0.5 to that
I put it on
solid
the high end.
10-point gem. I would so far in this issue, as far as the saga goes, because we're going to be grading these based on the saga going forward. What would that where would that land on that 10-point
I like
scale?
seeing Silver Surfer displaying kind of naivete. He's done that a few times. He shows up and just starts blasting. Like, not even really thinking, it's a different guy. Chair blows up. I like seeing that about Silver Surfer. I think it's a nice little character flaw of his.
Okay.
I'd probably put this somewhere in the 8 range.
Yeah,
for
a
myself.
solid VF. I like that. An
Sure.
8.0.
8.0.
Ooh,
I mean,
dang.
maybe even a little higher.
Maybe
I don't know.
8.5?
8.2, 8.4.
Oh, no such thing.
No?
It goes 8.0 to 8.5.
5 then. 8.5.
8.5.
Let's do that.
You're going to go to 8.5. 8.0 to
Marking it
8.5.
down.
I like it. I like it. You know what? If I were to put this on a scale, I would go 9.0. Okay? Because I want this book near mint. For sure. If it has the minus, it's okay. But if it's going to show up on auction, it's going to show up on eBay, it's going to sell a little bit less. I'm going to go for that 9.0, get on the deal. Simply because the cover is gorgeous. And it does say Thanos versus Silver Surfer. And I think it would look gorgeous in a slab. So I'm going to put this comic at a 9.0.
I didn't think about that. It would look good in a slab.
Right, it would look good in a slab. That's what I think.
It'd look good on one of these.
I want to know what you think.
Ooh.
What would you grade? If you can pick out this book in any grade. It's kind of a silly question because you would just want the highest grade one.
I think you would. Why would you pick a low grade?
Why would you pick a low grade? What's a good question for this one? I have a question to the audience. Is it guitar or guitar?
How do you Geatar?
How do you pronounce it? You tell us. We appreciate your feedback.
Please.
I'm your host, Comic Tom.
And I'm Ryan.
Please, geek responsibly. Enough said. Make sure to hit that thumbs up and that subscribe button if you haven't done that already. And then remember, you can go to geekstreet101.com to sign up for my mystery mail call where I send you comic books monthly.